Hello and welcome. I'm Adrienne. I'm a postdoctoral scientist at NASA, and I'm excited to be here today with my team members Avanti, Ariane, and Maya to pitch Blue Carbon. To tackle climate change, it is not enough just to reduce emissions. We also need carbon storage to meet our goals. Coastal blue carbon ecosystems, such as mangroves, salt marshes, and seagrasses, are an underexplored solution for carbon storage. Blue carbon ecosystems are up to 10 times more effective at sequestering carbon dioxide than terrestrial forests. And blue carbon has fewer pitfalls compared to planting trees. For example, trees have a higher demand for water resources, are susceptible to forest fires, and retain more heat relative to the grasslands that they replace. However, today there's no automated way to identify and characterize blue carbon ecosystems at scale across the world, and designing, monitoring, and evaluating restoration projects is currently hard and expensive. Our solution, Blue Carbon, is a deep tech blue carbon offset company. We're empowering the conservation and restoration of coastal ecosystems. With our AI-driven technology that enables us to more efficiently site, monitor, and evaluate blue carbon restoration projects anywhere on the globe, we're able to sell more beneficial and less expensive carbon offset credits directly to carbon emitting companies.
This hackathon, we started with empirically verified locations of blue carbon ecosystems and used NASA open source satellite data to get multispectral images of blue carbon ecosystems. Our plan is to feed the multispectral images through a state-of-the-art deep learning model and train it to predict whether the image contains a blue carbon ecosystem, and if so, what type. That's just the intermediate output used for training the model. The cool part is that once the model is trained, we can run model interpretation to highlight the exact area occupied by a blue carbon ecosystem. And the great thing about deep learning is we can also use large amounts of unlabeled coastline imagery in what is called self-supervised learning to massively boost the model performance. We then combine this model with retrospective satellite imagery to see how ecosystems evolve over time. For example, this figure derived from satellite data highlights the degradation of the Sundarbans mangrove forest in Bangladesh that occurred in just 6 years. Here are preliminary results that we generated using ArcGIS. It leverages a pre-trained deep learning model that works with multispectral landsat data and correctly identifies regions around the Rhone River Delta as being occupied by wetlands at locations that have been empirically verified in our blue carbon field data. This is a challenging scientific problem that won't be solved overnight, but we made good headway this hackathon in prototyping the model and data, and we are confident the problem is solvable.
And in addition to saving ocean's ecosystem, which has a great social impact, the climate impact of our solution is huge. Today, current rate of degradation of blue carbon ecosystems results in a loss of up to 1 billion tons of CO2 absorption potential. This is huge. For instance, it is the equivalent of 3 times the emissions of France. And in addition to this great social and environmental impact, there is a huge market opportunity. It's called the carbon credits market, and it's split between a regulated and voluntary carbon credits market. And guess what? The market is growing at a dramatic pace. Within this market, our business model is pretty straightforward. We sell carbon credits to emitting companies. And when we outsource the restoration and conservation part to NGOs and companies operating in the field, we provide them with precise data, but also monitoring and measurements of their progress using our deep learning technology. We thus offer innovative, efficient, and rigorously measured carbon offsets.
With an oceanographer, a data scientist, and 2 MBA students, our team gathered a unique set of expertise that will make a great impact into blue carbon storage. Since the San Francisco Ocean Hackathon, we pushed the project forward to explore its full potential. We have now a better understanding of the market and the stakeholders. The next steps are, first, extend the model. By the way, we already have some companies that have agreed to sign interest letter. And second, raise funds to scale up restoration projects and get more tractions. To tackle climate change and oceans ecosystem degradation, we need you to collaborate as funds and technical supports, because we have only one planet. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much.